Hey everyone, in today's video I'm getting the chance to check out the brand spanking new Google Pixel watch. We've been waiting for this for quite a while now, so let's get into it. So today we're taking a look at Google's first attempt at a smartwatch. It's the Google Pixel watch, and I'm getting the chance to unbox this. I'm going to set it up for you, and then we'll take a quick preview run through of the interface and the different options on the watch just to kind of show you everything about it. I've been waiting for quite a while for Google to release this watch, as I know a lot of people have been. So I'm excited to get to taking a look at this thing to kind of see how it's going to stack up to all the different smartwatches that are out there. So let's jump into the unboxing. So real quick, let's take a look at the box. This is the Google Pixel watch. You'll see that it has Fitbit technology built into it. On this side it says Google. We've got Google. Wear OS by Google, and then just some information on manufacturing. So on the back of the box you get information on what's included. Basically you get the Pixel watch. I opted for the silver stainless steel charcoal watch. You get the charger and you get the band, and we're going to take a look at all of this closer. Let's dive into opening this up. Two seals on either side of the back here. We'll just pop these open. And there it is. You are looking at Google's first watch. This is the Google Pixel watch. Let's pull this out. Kind of some cool casing, a little different from the, it's got the Fitbit technology built into it, but definitely has more of a Google packaging feel, thus it being Google's Pixel watch. Noticing right off the bat, it's got the same style band as Fitbit. So we will get to checking out everything in the box. I just want to start off taking a look at the watch. So here you go. It is a 41mm watch. Now you can only get this in one size. I know Samsung and some of the other watches that are out there offer different sizes. This one just comes in the 41mm size. As we flip to the back, you can see the sensor layout, and very interesting. So on this side we have the rotatable crown, and then in addition to that there is a separate button that's right there. And just something to note, the body is not aluminum, it's actually stainless steel. So a very interesting option on that. On this side, we look to have a microphone and a speaker. And real quick, you might be like Jason Craig getting a shout out in one of my future videos. Jason was able to find Tinker, the little hidden robot I hide in all the videos on this channel. He looks just like this guy on my shirt. So if you spot Tinker popping up briefly somewhere during this video, take note of the timestamp. That is the amount of time into this video that you spotted him popping up, and be the first person to let me know the correct timestamp down in the comments section below. If you're that person, I'll put your name on our Tinker Forward Hall of Fame page, as well as give you a shout out in one of my future videos. So let's just take a closer look at the side of the watch. Very interesting, and I'm looking for buttons for detaching. Now, it's got the Fitbit technology. I know Fitbit usually has their release buttons underneath. I'm not seeing that to release these bands. The stainless steel, so it's interesting, it's got a little weight to this watch. You can kind of see a closer up look at this side. Very interesting how when you're looking up close at the watch, the glass just curves down and gives it a very unique look. We will look closer at the watch. Let's see what else is in the package. So we have our charger. It's interesting because as you look inside, they actually hide the band underneath, and then this looks to be our charger. This unfolds. Look at that. And so there you go. Our charger is over here. Our spare band is over here. Here's a close look at the band. It's very interesting that it's a silicone band, but then it's just got this little metal piece that's on the inside. So we can pop our charger out. Wow, there's like 6 different things holding this charger in here. Oh, I think that was the most difficult charger I've ever unboxed. So here is the charging puck, and this comes with a USB-C charging cable. So if you were thinking you could plug this into a USB plug, you're not going to be able to do that. But anything that's got a USB-C port, you'll be able to charge this with. So we've also got a little Google card. We've got the Let's Get Started guide, and then our safety and warranty information. So we're going to charge this up, and you can see the charging cable. So from one end, from the end of the USB-C to the puck, the charging puck itself, you get about a 4-foot cable. Let's plug this in, see if we can light up the watch. Here's our charging puck. We've got our Google G on the back of it. So it's going to just magnetically adhere. There's going to be our startup screen. So because of the circular charging puck, you can charge this from either side or any direction underneath the watch. So starting it up for the first time, it's going through its setup. So it's showing here to just get the watch near my phone. Let's take a look real quick at switching out the watch bands. So let's take a look at the wristband release. This is interesting. I'm used to some of the other systems that have a pin with a quick release. Fitbit's got that little plastic tab you're going to pull. This has this button, and I'll see if I can try and show it to you on camera. You cover the button and push it down, and then this band actually slides to the side, which is what I'm going to try and do while I'm pressing that button down. It's not the easiest thing to do. Once you do slide it off, you can hear it click a little bit. And I try to do the best to show you. So you can see the little teeth on the metal. Those teeth are going to seed into the perforations that are on the side of the watch. Let's see if I can get this other side off. So when you get the watch apart, there you go. That is what is the actual watch. I always like looking at the watches without the band on. I just think it's cool to see what the watch piece itself actually looks like. So the watch right now, only one size you can get it in, the 41 millimeter, retails on Google's website for $349. And then you can see it does come with the larger and smaller band, so you can choose which one you want. The tab on this watch is also metal. The rest of this band is the silicone. So I'm going to just slide the watch back together. This just kind of, you put it off to the side and then you kind of slide it in until it clips. There's definitely a trick to finding the right seating. So I have 7-inch diameter wrists. Let's put this back together, and I'm going to actually try it with the smaller band. So with the band together, just like the Fitbit series, you go ahead and put the band through, and then this piece just seeds underneath. And then the watch itself is going to sit on your wrist like that. Go ahead and get that on. So I've got 7-inch diameter wrists. Here you go. Here is what the Google Pixel Watch looks like. Good fit. I can definitely notice the difference a little bit with the stainless steel. It has a little bit of weight to it. So I do notice it on my wrist, whereas some of the aluminum builds of the Fitbit, they're so light that I don't even recognize it being on my wrist. This one I can definitely tell has a presence on my wrist. And here's a size comparison. So this is the new Fitbit Versa 4, which I just recently unboxed, and here you can see the Google Pixel watch right next to it for a size comparison. Get an idea here of the bands as well. Let's get this set up, and as soon as I put my phone down, I've got a Google Pixel. This is the 6A. Immediately I get the notification there that I have the Pixel watch to go ahead and set up. And of course, while I was talking to you, I missed the opportunity to go ahead and quick set it up. I wonder if I turn it off. So if you miss that opportunity, I just turned my phone off, turned it back on, and then hit the crown on the side, that allowed me to bring up that notification again. It's going to have me download and install the Google Pixel Watch app. So from this point, it's giving me a unique PIN to the device and showing it on my phone. I'm going to confirm so that it knows it's connecting to the right device. And then from this point, permissions to allow. So I'm going to allow it to send me notifications. All the great terms of service, so you can choose whether you want to send usage and diagnostic reports to Google. You can also let it know your location. I'm actually going to not have it send my usage and diagnostic reports, but location, a lot of the functions of these smartwatches use your location. So if you don't have that enabled, that's going to probably deactivate a lot of different options you have for features on your watch. So I'm going to agree to those. And then it's going to take some time here to connect to my watch. Says this could take about a minute. So from this point, it's going to have me sign into my Google account. So you will need to have a Google account in order to use this watch. If you don't have one, you can set up a free account very easily. So from this point, it's signing me in. And of course, now I get more legal terms to agree to. And then here we go. Welcome to your new Google Pixel Watch. Stay connected to your body and your world. It's going to give me some helpful tips here to sliding on the band, putting it on. What's cool that I was reading about with the Pixel Watch before getting it here is so you can also choose which wrist you're going to wear it on. So you choose the orientation. I'm going to be wearing it on my left, and then the crown is going to be on the right, but you can set it up either way. So if you want it on your right hand with the crown on the left, you can do that as well. Showing me here how to switch bands. We just went through that, and how to remove the band, attach the band. And then because this uses Fitbit, not only do you have to connect to your Google account, but then you have to connect to your Fitbit account. After setting up your watch, you can open up the Fitbit mobile app. So on your phone, if you don't have the Fitbit app, just go to your Google Play Store. You can download the Fitbit app and connect your account to start personalizing fitness goals and tracking your progress on your new watch. It does feature Google Assistant, and of course it's going to want to set that up, so it's going to take a second to do that. So after agreeing to a bunch of different terms, Google Assistant is now set up. And thank goodness, we're almost done. So you can set a lock on your watch. This is a pin or pattern to keep it secure. This is especially going to be what you're going to need if you're going to be using the contactless payment system. If you're storing any credit card information in your watch, having a pin or pattern is a necessity so that if you were to lose your watch and somebody were to find it, they can't access that information without having your pin or pattern. So I've set my screen lock, and then it says select apps for your watch. We've picked some apps to help you get started. So it's seeing that these apps are installed on my devices, and then recommended for watches. It's recommending all sorts of different apps. I'm going to go ahead and continue. And then it's going to take a little bit here and update my watch. It says it can take up to 10 minutes. So while we are waiting, we can take a tour of its top features. It's showing me all the information in a 3D guided tour. So showing here, press and hold the crown to power your watch. Press the crown to wake your watch. See your favorite apps. Press the crown from the watch face to find all the apps. Switch to recent apps by using the side button from any screen to quickly find your recently used apps. Track your workouts. The sensors track your heart rate and sleep trends. You can make and take calls. So make calls and take calls and get answers from Google Assistant with the speaker and mic. And to turn the watch off, press and hold the crown to power your watch. Press the crown to wake your watch. Rapidly press the crown at least 5 times to call emergency services or chosen contacts. All right, so it was having problems connecting to the Pixel, so I just restarted, and then I got the pop-up again at the bottom of my screen to just set everything back up. So I went through the same process once again. Now I have the dashboard for the Pixel Watch on my screen. It's giving me information showing it's connected, battery's at 70%, and then I've got the 2 different tiles here. This one says a system update is available, so I'm going to update the watch, And then I also need to connect it to my Fitbit account so that it can start tracking all of my fitness goals and progress in the Fitbit app. So you're going to also need the Fitbit app in order to do that. If you don't have the Fitbit app, you can go to your Google Play Store, just search for the Fitbit app or just Fitbit, and then go ahead and install that. And then from this point, you can connect your app to your device. So once you have the Fitbit app installed, you're going to be at the dashboard. Unless you don't have a Fitbit account, then what it's going to do is prompt you to create a free Fitbit account. If you already have a Fitbit account, go ahead and sign in. Once you're signed in, get yourself to this dashboard. To connect your Google Pixel Watch, go to the upper left to this profile icon, and then from here you go to the middle of the screen, you'll see set up a device. We can see all the different Fitbits listed, and at the top we've got the Google Pixel Watch. So we're going to tap on that. Now, you can only have one device with a Fitbit account attached to your account at one time. I previously had my Fitbit Versa 4 connected, so I'm going to have to replace that with my Google Pixel Watch. I'm going to hit replace, and it's going to go through the same setup as if I were setting up a Fitbit device. So it's like you're having to set the watch up twice, which is a little cumbersome. But we're going to go ahead and agree to all the Fitbit terms. And then we can see that this is going to give me access to 20 plus exercises, active zone minutes, continuous heart rate tracking, ECG, so the ability to take an ECG right from the watch, and sleep tracking. Some of these are only available in select countries with select Fitbit products, not intended for use by people under 22 years old. We're going to click Next. Fitbit's ready for your Google Pixel Watch. Use the Fitbit app to view exercises, heart rate, sleep, and other activity stats that you track on the watch. And use the Google Pixel Watch app to manage your watch, change watch faces, and update preferences. And real quick, take a second, smash that like button. It lets me know you care. It does take me a while to make these videos, and I greatly appreciate it. So with everything set up, let's take a look at the Google Pixel Watch. Very interested to see everything. So you can see your watch face right on the screen. Let's go ahead and take a look at the different tiles. So as I swipe to the left, here we can see steps, we can see heart rate, and it's starting to generate a graph of my heart rate, currently 87 beats per minute. We can see available exercises, so there's quick shortcuts to exercises, or you can tap more, takes you into the list of exercises that you can do. Analyzing sleep. Have to wear it to bed in order for it to analyze my sleep, but it'll do that sleep tracking. It's got my calendar of events. It shows the weather. So it's interesting, you tap on the weather, it gives you more detailed information. So you have access to even Google Maps, which is pretty cool. And then by swiping again, we're back at our watch face. So at any time, I can swipe up from the bottom of the screen. This is going to give me any notifications. Right now, it's working on downloading an update. We can see here Chrome. This is probably a Chrome notification. YouTube, other YouTubers I follow. So as they're releasing stuff, any current news. So we could just tap on something. Jets, Packers, prediction, and then the crown on the side, I can actually use that to scroll up or down. Can I see any more? No, apparently that was it for that. Here's an example of going into an email, and then I can use the crown on the side to turn that and really just read the entire email on my watch, which is pretty cool. The interface, very easy to read. And then from this point, I've got different options for responding. I can then delete it, archive it, clear it, or I can see it on my phone. You can also go back to the home screen by just pressing in the crown. If I swipe down from the top of the screen, this gives you access to all your quick settings. And we have a lot more quick setting buttons than on my Fitbit device. So I'm going to have to go through and just kind of mess around with these different options. If we go ahead and we press the crown, this takes me into my different apps. So we can see contacts, find my phone, Fitbit exercise, Fitbit today, flashlight, Google Wallet, hand wash timer, maps, media controls, messages. We just have a whole bunch of different things that we can do on the watch here itself. We also have YouTube Music installed. So if I push the top button, this accesses the recent apps. So Google Wallet, I actually just double tapped the crown and that brought up my Google Wallet so that I was able to, if I was going to make a contactless payment at a Starbucks or something, I could do that. Recently accessed Google Maps, was looking at the weather. We were looking at Fitbit exercises. So those are all my more recent apps that I have looked at. And then I can long press the button at the top of the screen to access Google Assistant. What's the weather like in Montego Bay, Jamaica?
Right now in Montego Bay, Jamaica, it's 81 degrees with scattered thunderstorms. Today, there will be thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 83 and a low of 75. Due to the current humidity, it feels like it's 89.
So Google Assistant will talk back to you and you can ask it anything that you want using Google Assistant. Something else, just like many of the other smartwatches, if you long press on the screen, this takes you into the utility here where you can change watch faces. So you've got a bunch of different watch faces to choose from. You find one that you like and then go ahead and tap on the screen, and now that becomes your new watch face. So a couple of quick stats on this watch. It does have a Gorilla Glass face and a 320 ppi AMOLED display screen. It has a 294 milliamp hour battery. From the information that I've been able to read online, you get roughly about a day's charge out of the battery. So definitely not like the Fitbit devices that claim up to several days. Now, this is also supposedly running Wear OS 3.5, and I can only bet that it's because of the Wear OS that is really killing the battery in under a day on this device. It does have a 50 meter water resistance, so that's roughly about 164 feet down that you can use this watch. It does have the stainless steel build and the silicone bands that you can get from the Google website. And you can also get this in a couple of different colors. So you've got the options of the champagne gold case and the hazel active band, the matte black case, obsidian active band, the polished silver case, chalk active band, and the polished silver case charcoal active band. So those are the different options that you can get with your different Google Pixel watches. This particular model that I unboxed, this was the silver stainless steel with the charcoal band, so just so you get an idea of your different options. It does have 32 gigabytes of flash storage, and then it does have a built-in compass, altimeter, blood oxygen sensor, so it will take SpO2 readings, although as of the release of the watch, I'm reading that you can't actually take an SpO2 reading. But you do have that option coming in the future. So a couple other things to note, if you go ahead and scroll through these tiles, when you tap on these things like steps, it is going to give you more information, a longer graph than what I was accessing before, showing me any of my Fitbit stats from earlier in the week and breaking stuff down into fat burn, cardio, peak, and giving me all that information. And then you can look at all this on the Fitbit app. It's going to track things like the amount of floors that you've gone, distance, calories burned, active zone minutes, hourly activity, and then the number of days that you've been working out. It's also going to track things like your heart rate, your resting heart rate. Here we can see sleep information, so it did load in. Apparently I did not get that great of sleep last night. If I swipe past, say, the heart rate and exercise, and I go to sleep here, I can actually tap on that, and that takes me into more sleep information. So you can see here I got a fair sleep score, And then it breaks it down into the amount of time awake, REM, light sleep, and deep sleep, as well as giving me more information on my sleep patterns for the week. And I can see more information right by going onto the Fitbit app on my mobile device. So that's a quick rundown of all the features on the watch. I'm going to be doing more in-depth tutorials and review on this watch as I get a chance to go through it more and use it. So I'm interested to know, what are you most excited for on the Google Pixel Watch, or what do you think is a con that you heard me talk about during this video? Let me know down in the comments section below, or if you've got any questions that hopefully I can try and answer in future videos that you're wondering about, let me know that as well. So my name is Jeff, and as always, I appreciate you watching. You can check out the other latest smartwatch reviews I've done, the Galaxy Watch 5, the Fitbit Versa and Sense 2, as well as the Inspire 3 that have all come out. Those are going to be linked down in this video description. And as always, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.